It's a Stylus league. Mike and B pitching the pen, making pitches ascend to the highest ring. The league. Raul running the scheme. Tune into the program and why receive. Yeah, we dropping these seeds. Art over everything. Drive the dream.
All right, welcome back to part 2 of our pre-recorded show. In this video, I'm going to go over Ornatrix in a little bit more depth. Mike is going to continue to grind away at his He-Man, and we hope that you enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and support the Stylus League. Thank you. Peace. So to start Ornatrix, you're going to go to Ornatrix at the top. I gotta install it. Ha 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 ha. Let me stop sharing. Looks like it. Pause. Are we doing this later? Stop. So I had to enable Ornatrix because I'm in Maya 2026. All right. So once you have your mesh, so you hit this plus sign to start a groom. Typically you start with a fur ball, but Ornatrix has the ability to create feathers, and this is new, this mesh foliage. It looks like it's for plants and stuff. Oh, that looks dope. Alright, so fur ball, and I'm gonna hit create. We got all this stuff. We got hair. Amazing. Alright. First thing I start doing, and so you can, I don't know if you can see the outliner, but it adds this fur ball here, right? That's attached to this groom. This is why I was saying, like, sometimes, like some people, you don't have to do this where you make the individual mesh, but I want to make sure I have full control wherever the mesh goes. So that's why I separate it. So I'm gonna click this fur ball. I'm gonna turn off the change width. I'm gonna change off this, and I'm gonna go look, and I'm only gonna be on the guides. Right, guides are blue. One thing, other pro tip. You're looking, you see how this mesh is turning, like depending on the camera view, you don't see some of the colors changing. If you click the root fur ball shape 1, and you go to your attribute editors, and there's a section that says display selected strand selection, and then camera facing normals. You're going to click camera facing normals. Okay. And now, as you can see, I have the same look all the way around. Right?
You have to update that every time you use it?
When I save this, so every fur ball that I add to each one, I'm going to have to do that for each one, for each room. Save this. Save. And this is out of habit. It's just saving. All right. So because I don't want to see the hair just yet, I just want to work on the guides. I'm gonna hide the change width. So change width changes, as it says, the width of your hair. Right. So this is the hair. See how it's gone. Ideally, you want either 0.5 when you do the hair, enter, right? Or I'm going to do, 0.05 to be exact, 0.5. I'm actually going to do 0.02 for mine. Okay. Right? That's changing the width of the hair. The fur ball here, this is hair from guides. It's actually creating the actual hair, right? So you need the guide to actually change the actual hair shape, and you actually need hair from guides to turn these guides into hair. So it's working in a layer stack, like a Photoshop layer stack, and I'll show you how that becomes even more useful as we go through. So I manually add all my guides myself, so I don't have to worry about going here. So you see how you have these, I'm on guides, I have these really long guides, and you can go and you can change the length of the guides by dragging the guides down. Control points here, length, right? If I go here, There's a guy.
Is that on the under the attribute editor?
So in the attribute editor is where you get all the controls. So if I go to the guides, there's one for length, control point, count, position. This is like, see how I'm changing the shape of this? I don't want to do this. Like I don't care about any of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually zero out all of it. Okay. See how there's length here? Mm-hmm. If I changing these length, I don't care. Like this is, if you're going to use these guides here, like if you're going to use the ones here, this is the control for this. But because I'm manually going to set my own guides, I'm going to zero it out. So I don't, like this could be whatever it wants. Like it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go all the way and I'm going to turn this all the way off. Now my guides are off. I'm also going to bring in my hair reference because I want to see my actual hair reference. So I'm going to go to attribute editor. I have to get out of that. I want to see my hair now. I have my reference. And I'll make sure my reference, I'm probably going to have it to transparent for now. That's ugly transparent. Here. There's a brush here to where you can add your hair, your guides. I'm going to hit this plus sign. This brush comes up. By default, it will be dropping 10 curves as I'm dropping them down, but I don't want to add 10 curves. I want one curve, one guide or curve at a time. So I'm going to change this all the way to 1, and I'm going to have no spacing, and I'm going to change where it says position. It says random. I'm going to change it to center. Right now, I can go in and I will place one guide. All right, and I will start from up top here. Place one guide. I'm going to go to length here. If this object here is the length brush, the attribute editor, I'm going to click. This is to select a curve or a vertex or a point, and this is to select the actual guide. I'm going to select the guide, and then I'm going to go select this guide. And in this brush, because I'm going to be doing a lot, sometimes you see I have this weird error. I'm not getting any brush settings. Sometimes you have to click off and then click back on. If I double click this, still not working. Like this. It's giving me the brush size. See how it says my is active? See how it's less little triangle circle? Yeah. It's not giving me the actual.
What's the thing you're looking for?
So you see how I have these settings? Sometimes you have to click on and off of the brush. So you see how this brush now gives me this brush settings? Now I'm going to go here. Now I have the brush settings for the grill brush. Right.
Okay. What did you do? You clicked off and clicked on it again?
Yep, I clicked off and clicked on it. All right. So now I want to make sure if I go here, I should be able to shrink this.
Oh, you can just drag it. You don't have to do it from the slider. You can manually pull it in.
Manually pull it in. All right. So I'm just going to manually put this in. If you need to move this, you could just use your W. Now it's locked to the surface, so now it's moving.
Is it following the normals that are underneath of it?
Yes, it's following the normals of that mesh.
Mesh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Because the first thing I'm going to try to do is lock in this one curve, this direction here. So I'm going to go to this.
Does this kind of operate? I'm sorry to interrupt. Does this kind of operate on the same principle as making a mesh live for the guide that's underneath of it? That's how it knows to stick to the surface.
It's sticking to that surface. So when you made this mesh, everything snaps to that mesh that I have.
All right.
That's why I also want to make sure that I get areas outside of this area, because what's gonna happen is like I can get nice transitions from the hair, because now I'm above where I'm gonna put my areas of influence.
Are you able to make guides off of the mesh or no? Since it's live.
So if you had other mesh, so let's say we went in, it's more work. So you let's say you went in, you use like IMM and you actually made geo for this hair. Yeah. You can then go in Maya, you can select an edge of that geo that you made and convert the edge of that geo into a curve.
So if we're talking about like my He-Man fur shorts, where I went through and sculpted all that, could it see those, no. Like could I select that? It's too dense?
No. So in order for you to make a curve, like if you would, let's say you're using the IMM curve brush to make that, right? Yeah. Individually. You didn't meld it together, you didn't weld it, you have the curves. When you load that model into Maya, you could select because you're going to use a grooming system. You don't need every curve. You just need a few to guide. So you just select an edge for each one that you want to take, and then convert that one edge into a curve. And then
so it need to be before you merge them all together, right? Yeah. It has to be separate.
What I'm going to show you that this is easier than doing all of that.
Okay.
Like this will be easier than doing every last, like going in and turning a curve into a guide and bringing your guide into the hair system. Like this is.
I was just wondering because like on those shorts, I kind of like the way that it looks sculpted. But if I wanted it to be actual hair, could I use that as a guide and then selectively do what you're doing?
No.
To set guides.
You'll be doing you'll do what I'm doing now. Like you'll set guides. If you want, you could make that object the geo that you put the hair on. Like it doesn't have to be his body. You could just select that thing, and that thing could be what you make the hair off of.
Would that be easier than making the guide?
Because that way you don't have to fake the volume, right? You don't have to like build up a lot of hair. Like you already have the volume that you want. You could just go in, make like I did here, make the mesh, and then you just be molding the hair like I'm gonna be molding, right? So
does it need to be quads, or could I triangulate it? Could I not triangulate? Could I decimate it?
The most important thing is that you have to UV it, right? And you don't want it. Doesn't need to be too dense, right? So I'm just gonna go in.
Yeah, those shorts are kind of dense on mine.
Yeah, you would definitely have to like make sure it's not dense.
Okay.
So there's the grab brush, all right, and then you have your comb brush, which I like a lot more because it kind of helps keep things. See how it's like smoothing it out.
It's a hell of a lot easier than fiber mesh. I can tell just by looking at it.
So we're gonna go in.
Do you find this easier to manipulate the guides than XGen?
Yes.
Okay.
The system is about the same, but I'm gonna get to where it gets a lot easier. I just gotta put some guides in so we can check it out.
Okay.
So I'm making this one. If we go here, turn transparency on here, right? So I can see.
And the movement is camera-based. You just want to make sure you have a
nice flow when you're doing it, because this is how the hair is going to flow.
Yeah. The movement is camera-based when you're doing the grooming.
No, it just moves. Like it's not camera-based. It's just like I'm just rotating, like how we're sculpting, like when we sculpt.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just going here, and then what we can, let's say I like this curve. Like I don't want to like keep reinventing the wheel. If I go back to the attribute, go to guides, there is, see where it says planting guide tool?
Yeah.
It's going to, whatever curve I have selected, it's going to make a clone of it.
Okay.
Right. So then,
Does it want to stick to the surface? Like, is it hard?
It's always going to stick to the surface. The root of the hair is
Right,
that part.
the root does, but does the body of the hair also try to, like, you know how it's not like sticky, right? Like it's neither gonna clip through it, and it's not. Is it trying to grab that surface? Is what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense?
Is it trying to grab his face surface, or
No. The guy.
Will this guy be magnetic to this? No.
To the body of that hair, not the root. So I know the root is kind of like planted. It's stuck to that.
Oh, is this flowing like where it's snapping to the surface?
Yes, of that transparent mesh there. Does it want to like stick to that?
No,
or
it does not. I just have it there for reference.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to B to shrink your thing. So I always start with a few guides just to get the gist of everything, because then you might want like smaller guides in between and stuff like that. But I just want to make sure I get the flow right.
Yeah.
Because we're definitely gonna have to put some guides. You have this one, I'm gonna put some here to help layer it and whatnot. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna copy this one, my guide tools. I'm gonna put one right here, and I'm gonna. That's actually worked out pretty good.
Now I know this is very stylized. Are you going to look at any reference for mutton chops or anything just to see how the hair flows?
So like I have.
Or are you using that as reference?
I'm using this is my guide and how I sculpted the hair. I'm using so the hair is flowing like this way. Like what's great is that you naturally will get hair flow. Like these curves are how my hair is going to flow.
Sure. I didn't know if you were going to try to do like more of a Wolverine type of a flow, but it's more stylized. This is.
Like, but if you look in the image, like his hair is coming.
No, I see it.
Like, yeah. This. Have this. I can add a mirror function to the stack. So if I go here, Ornatrix, these are the additional tools for Ornatrix, and I want to mirror. Where are you? Base. Strand symmetry. Right? So this stack, see how it's tied to this?
Yeah, so you only have to work on one side. It's nice.
So, see how this looks, we'll mess around with this. I'm going to turn on hair. I'm turn on width. Right? So, here's what's happening. You see how we have hair going in sections where we don't want it and so on and so forth? Because we need to paint a mask to make sure it's only going in areas that we want. So I'm going to go onto the hair. So hair from guides.
Yeah.
And I'm going to create a distribution. You see where it says distribution modifier? This is where I can paint where the hair will be distributed throughout the face. So I'm going to click the paint. This is going to be this by default. It's going into your project location in images. I'm going to call this Sideburn. I'm going to turn it into a black mask because it's going to completely get rid of all the hair. In my experience, the size hasn't really mattered when doing hair, so I'm just going to leave it that way, and I'm going to hit create. Bam! I have no hair.
That was really tiny. What was that resolution that you had there when you clicked?
1024.
Okay.
So as you can see, so brush size.
So that's what it should look like at first with that black.
Yeah, that's what it should look like. All the hair should go away.
All right.
So because I want to know what area I am painting, I'm going to turn my reference on.
Mm-hmm.
Set this all the way white. Start with the outline. Yeah, the hair is coming in as I'm painting it.
Just roughing in that clump shape that you want.
Yep.
And then you can switch back to a black brush and kind of refine that edge now.
Yep. Black. Brush size down. I'll just go in and this doesn't have to be perfect because it's still gonna gotta like design it through, but I just want to make sure.
Okay.
See, I'm not gonna want hair coming back out here.
Okay.
Bit coming up here. See you here. Too much. And there's no Control Z when doing this.
Oh, yeah, you just got to do it over again if you mess up.
Gotta do it over again. There's no Control Z.
Okay.
The other side. I think I could have mirrored this, but this I just don't. Fill it in, big brush. So to get more sparsity in the root, like once that's true, that will blur the edges here. That will help the hair blend and be they give you like some separation from the root coming out.
Okay.
On the edge part. Here. For a while, I used to make my mask like this in Substance, but then I realized it was taking way too long. Like you can create these black and white masks in Substance. Okay. Here. That. So if you take your tool, and I'm gonna go to this brush. I'm gonna open up this. There's a brush that's called Splat, not there. Spots. Go to Spot. Okay. I'm gonna go to black, and I'm gonna change my opacity down to give me a little bit more control. And I'm just gonna go along these edges, and I'm gonna. That means everywhere that's black, the hair is going to be not there. It's going to be sparse.
Take a look back at your reference. I think a lot of that you're doing there was very diagonal.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up. So this is just.
You're gonna refine that later. This is
I'm
just
refining with the curves.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. This is just, all. This is just helping me with where the hair is gonna grow out from.
Yeah. So it doesn't have a harsh fall off. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So just like want to do like a quick demo so you guys see what it like what the power in this is, the layering system that it has, and that you don't have to like worry about expressions. And I'm gonna show you how easy it is to get different hairstyles and textures without using expressions. So because this did not have back face masking, I inadvertently was going over the other side when I was making this. So I gotta go back here, solid, this brush, make sure it's solid white, make sure the opacity is all the way back up. I'm gonna fill in this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my soft brush and I'm gonna change it to blur. I'm gonna turn my blur all the way down for the most part, and then I'm gonna go along these edges again and do this.
Are you listening? Damn.
Be mindful again on this side because it went all the way through to get it from this angle so I don't accidentally paint all the way through.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, we're done.
Yeah.
I can turn everything back on so I can see. Get out of brush mode. And I can see. So turn this off. So I'm gonna play around with the hair thickness, but you see how
That's nice.
got this. You haven't seen none yet, bro. You haven't seen none yet. Watch this. So I'm gonna churn. I'm not a big fan of this hair shader. I'll leave it for now. Oh, you see how I have this extra long hair come up here? So I got it.
Yeah, what's that coming from?
My mask. My mask. So if I go back here, back to paint, transparent again, so I can see.
It's interesting. You only have 3 guides. I mean, it looks kind of nice with chili. Like, it's only going to look better when you add more.
I actually like black. Oh, haha. So what I did wrong, I'm on change width, and I should be on the hair. That's why it's not working. So I'm gonna go on the hair. Dots. Now I'm gonna double click. Should be able to start painting it. Sideburns activated. Hair guides here. Go back here. Brush. Oh, there we go. So this hair. So I have a little bit of white right here. So I'm gonna go here and paint it out.
Wait, where is it?
It was just a tad bit of white, like right here, and I got.
That's crazy.
Like sometimes when the mesh, especially when we're doing the see-through, you can't really see it, but like even just a little slight of white, and because we're painting pure white, not a gradient of white, not gray, because it was pure white hair on. That's all it means.
Hair or
and the
hair
gradient
off.
allows you to not have the harsh edges. So now that we corrected that, back here. All right, I'm gonna save my file here. File save. So I still don't like how thick. So the thicker, like depending on where you're gonna render it, you can play around a little bit more here. I'm not a fan of how thick it is right now, so I'm gonna change it to. Let's try.
Can't you control that in your hair settings?
Or it could be the curve ramp that I don't like. Let's see. Yeah, the curve ramp. So here where it says this is your actual hair shape. So the root was a little too
I see.
thick. I'm fine here, fine with the middle, fine there.
Now, you sure because this is stylized, you don't want something that's maybe a little thicker at that root?
But I can always play with it. I'm just trying to make it look decent for right now.
Okay.
And also for the demo. Like this won't be my final hair. Like I'm gonna actually like go in and take
Refine
a little bit more time.
Okay.
I just want to show you the tool real quick.
Yeah.
So now that we have this, right? If I go to hair, you have a thing. You have render count and viewport count, right? For your hair, I'm gonna bring the render count up. I'm also bring your viewport count up. So I'm giving myself more hair to mess with. As you can see, like I have this here. Another cool thing that you can do. Let's say this hair, I don't want to go back and paint. I can add like Photoshop. I'm gonna add a edit guides. I'm gonna put this above the symmetry or below the symmetry. I think I need to do. See, now it's below.
What is that
guide.
there?
So I have this edit guides. So this edit guides here.
Uh-huh.
I can edit, like I can make edits to just this guide, and it will be like a stack in Photoshop. But what I actually want to do, not edit guides, it's the same thing. I'm gonna edit hair. So I'm gonna go here, hair from guides. I'm gonna add a edit hair. Oh no, if I do so if you put edit guides changes for two things. If it's above hair, you're editing the hair. If it's below hair, you're editing the guides if you add another one. So now that I have it above the hair, I'm gonna go to cut, and this hair here, I'm just gonna cut it. Right? That's cut. But look, because it's on a layer, look, I can bring it back.
Huh. Okay.
Right? So imagine you do your hair, then you want to do an edge up, right? You can edge it and then have it on a layer. Or if your art director says, no, I don't like it that way, bring it back. You don't have to go in and set hot. Like you can just bring it back with the layer. So if you always operate with the layer mindset, your work, you can then make changes.
Would you use something like that? Like say you had a fade that you wanted to cut some lines into, and you didn't want to
cut it on the layer.
You do it the way that way. Okay.
All right. So now that we have this hair, it looks pretty regular, right?
Yeah.
Now here's where it comes into play for your modifiers, right? So the first thing I'm gonna add a clump modifier. I'm gonna hit clump. It clumps everything together. Let's say, I want more clumps. So at the bottom is your clumping modifier. Let's say I want to have 300, right? I'm going to hit 300 here. No, that's 3,000. 300. And I'm going to create clump. See how it's separated out more?
What did you have on before that where it looked like it was?
It was 50. But for the, because when I do it, I still have to, I'm just doing this, I still have to add a whole lot more guides to make it flow the way I want. But just to do this really quick, so it was set to 50. 50 had all
fresh.
of the individual ones there. And that's cool. But let's say we want it less, right? Because this guy has like big clumps. Let's say we want 30, right? Create.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's the 30 clumps. Here's where things get a little sexy, right? We're gonna get a little more sexy. We're gonna go to frizz. I'm gonna bring frizz down. This is your frizz scale, right? And now I'm gonna start playing around with my frizz. This is the flyaway. I don't need all these flyaways, right?
Yeah. Would this be on in addition to your groom that you just were working on, so you have like the little hairs around it?
No, so this will help the hair have a more realistic look.
Okay.
You'll see.
I see. Okay.
So I'm this slide like.
Let's say you like what you had before you added the frizz, but you wanted to have some little like
Let me go through this. I know what you're exactly saying. Just let me go through this, and you'll see. Because there's a reason why you want the frit. Like this shader is not the best. Like, let me change to a shader that I actually like, so you can see a little bit better. Okay. So I'm gonna go select the hair. I'm gonna do a new shader. You want hair. The Arnold hair. Here. Shader. Now I have the Arnold hair. I can do the presets. Let's go with replace with this one. That's too black. You go back to your hyper shade. Which is what I'm messing with here. So I'm gonna rename this, like, cause whenever you add hyper shade, like I'm gonna do Hellboy. Hair. Want to preset this. I want this to be not black. Let's do the blonde. Why is it not working? Might have picked the wrong one. I'll go here. Which shader's on it? I think I picked the wrong shader. I'm looking forward to say hair. It says, it doesn't say Hellboy, so I picked the wrong one. So if I go here, oh, or maybe I did, and it was taking forever to change. My 2026 is buggy as hell. Shader. Okay, yeah, you see how crazy, like, I was playing around with this and it was not changing. Existing Hellboy hair. There we go, this is what I want. Alright, so we'll go back to Frizz. So you see how I'm just giving it a slight change? Just so, like, so look at the difference. So if you look at the hair, and you just gotta keep playing with the shit, like, this hair looks more realistic than this hair. Yeah. Right? I can always add a clump. If it gets too crazy, I can just re-clump it, right? And also on my clumps, if you go to clump, this is your tips, like, so you got the bottom, the top part of your hair, right? And then you have the tip, and you can break up that, like, just add a little separate, so it's not like a straight point, or if that's what you want, you can have a straight point. Sure. So I'm gonna go back to Frizz, and all we're doing is just playing around with the modifiers. In XGen, all of this would be expressions and, like, a coded outline that you would have to remember what you like. Right? Also, you can, let's say, oh, you know, I'm liking the way this is. It still looks a little pixelated. You can add a details. So if I go to here, detail at the top, and now I can increase the point count to make the hair look more less jagged. So let's do 30.
That is the points that are running along the span of the hair?
Yeah, along the span, and then how, like right now, and it's like an artificial thing, right? So if I turn this off, you see how the hair, maybe I should pick a different shader color. Let's do a little less than
Wait, are these just modifiers?
Yes.
I didn't know Maya had that stuff. I thought that was a Blender thing.
No, it's modifiers for Ornatrix. Ornatrix uses the term modifiers.
Interesting.
Arbor to light brown. Light brown. Let's go a little lighter. Alright, so we have this. Go back to here. So we got our frizz. The frizz again stops it from looking like anime hair. Unless that's what you want. And we still have to go in and like add more guides, but then what you could do is that you can clump this. Clump. You see how, because of that frizz, our clump still has the noise that's going through it?
Yeah.
And here you can change this clump. Like let's say that top one, let's say you want more clumps than what you had at the bottom one. So create more clumps, right?
Nice. Some nice natural stuff going on now.
That's the gist of it, for the most part. But the work really comes when it comes to setting your guides. So you have to spend time with your guides. The more like once you have your big guides, then you can add additional guides. So let's say in between here, I'm gonna go up. And I'm gonna make these a little smaller. But you want to try to make sure you don't have guides fighting each other. Where, like, for example, like, you don't want it to happen too much, but like where you have this guide going all the way across like that, right? If we turn the hair on,
Right.
you kind of mess up the flow. You see how this hair, like, it's swooping into this thing in here? That's all I have to say about that.
That looks dope, dude.
Way easier than extra.
I mean, I'll have to do it a few times. So what I've been doing at work is I'll get into a session with somebody and they'll walk me through a Houdini operation or something, some ingestion type of process. And I will record the session the same way we're doing here. And then rather than having to continue to ask, hey, how'd you do that thing again? I just look at the video. So I was able to pick it up really quickly. People were like, how'd you learn so fast? I was like, I just watched the video over and over again. So I'll do that with this.
Just watch your mouth move.
You said what?
I say you just watch their mouth move over and over.
Actually, I was like, yeah, because I'm like that.
Hey, just let me record and I'll see you in an hour.
Damn, he picked it up so fast. I'm definitely gonna have to play around with it. The other thing too is, for me anyway, the resolution on the screen is so high in here that I could barely see any of those menus. So I will 1000% be watching that over again.
It'll probably be the same. My menus are small.
Oh,
Even on my side.
nice. Never mind.
I'm not saying you don't try. you spend some time with the guides. I need my reference mesh so I can see how I'm doing. Before I was telling you, like, you have to exaggerate it more, and mine was like, it needs to be way more exaggerated than this.
So you can make some shorter if you wanted to kind of break up that kind of samey length that you have going on.
Yes. And it also helps, like, not all these guides, like these middle ones are a little longer, a little shorter.
Yeah.
But the way it's interpreting, it's when it does its interpretation, it's also shortening some, actually.
Makes sense.
I like it over interactive groom because interactive groom in XGen doesn't give. I mean, yeah, in extra the interactive groom portion does not give you the same control that you get with traditional XGen. Mm-hmm. So it becomes like a little bit more messy.
Mm-hmm.
And Ornatrix give you a good balance between interactive grooming and the control you get with traditional XGen.
Got it. I'll put it on the to buy list one of these days. I'm gonna have to get rid of one of my Adobe products, I think, to justify that.
How's that sword coming along?
What's that?
How's the sword coming?
Oh, pretty good. Getting it knocked out here.
You box smile on everything.
Always do. All my hard surface stuff is straight out of Z-Modeler. And
my God.
Seriously? That's how you gonna do me? The hard way. So
I'm gonna turn, show my reference, hide it. Slowly but surely it's getting there, Added some more guides.
That's cool, dude. So you just done so many hair grooms in at work that you just now can knock them out fast, huh?
It's just, I still struggle with Dreadlocks.
I saw some nice dreads the other day. We had a hairstyle that I guess one of the outsourcers did that was a nice, those really long, like wrapped around mature dreads that you see like those old heads wearing,
Twist locks or dreadlocks?
No, dreadlocks.
Dread.
But like the long ones that come down to like the middle of your back, but then it's twisted all around here and everything.
Yeah.
You see those guys, those brothers wearing that?
Yeah.
Man, it looks so nice. Like the little flyaways were on there and everything. Like it looks so realistic. I was like, dang. I would not have wanted to do that mess. It's crazy.
So because that's
not fun.
I spend a whole lot of time on that part because I got to do all this. I got to do it all over again. So
that's when you appreciate the outsourcers. I wouldn't want to do that.
Dude, it's like when you do enough of these, like it's pretty fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a Jamaican dude, and that's all you.
You're not gonna buy it? Okay, cool. All right.
I ain't doing it.
Oh, you're not gonna do grooms? No.
I'm not. No, I'm not doing the dreads. No, hell no.
I think I need to pick up this. Not too short. Good thing this is a demo. Look how bad. Oh, you see this? See this edge, all right? It has to flow into this. I go into.
You're gonna pull that geometry down on some.
I can't. I needed to.
Oh, you just erase away some of the. You're just gonna erase away some of the mask to make it up.
Well, no. See how harsh this is? Like, I needed to go up, so when I start grooming the actual hair, see this gap here is gonna be the problem.
Yeah, but why don't you just paint out the mask?
No, I want hair to flow this way. I can't because of this hard gap that's here. There's something to paint. Like hair is all the way going all the way to the top of here, right?
But so that black mask that you painted into isn't what's driving that gap that's there?
Oh, I'm tripping. This is the outline that I painted. It goes here, and then it goes that way. Oh, maybe I'm tripping. Oh, I'm tripping. It goes like this, and then I'll be able to fill this in with more hair. This is a cool thing to show you. See how this is like going in like that? I need to add a guide here. So if I go to my guides, see I have a guide all started from here. I need to add a guide here to help drive this out. So I typically always turn this off so I don't have any problems. I need to add one guide to the top. Okay. And I'm just gonna, what you could do so I don't have to keep like shrinking, and I always, once I make a guide, I just grab one that exists already. Guides, plant guide tool. Select this guide. Select this guide, plant guide 2. Now I don't have to worry about shrinking, do a whole lot of shrinking. I'm gonna put it up here. I think I need to go a little higher up. Did it go? Did it not go? Here. There we go. This one. There we go. That's what I need. Turn on the hair. See how now it's more up, more flush.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But look, because the shape is off. Look at how far it interpretates. Look, all the way up here. From this one, all the way here. So what you need to do, like when you do this, that's when you have to start adding more guides to control it all the way. Because now I know that this one guide is going to influence up to here. So that means that you need to add other guides in between here, so that it don't interprets like this.
Interesting.
what's cool is that you can then turn, like, let's say you like the way your hair is, you can export this hair as geo and put it in tool bag, or you can export it as curves and put it in Blender, or if you don't care about your topology, you can also export it as curve and put it in Blender as well. Like, it's just going to be heavy. Because the way it looks here, if you export it as geo, it comes out like the way it looks here. You don't have to worry about using like shader settings in Unreal.
So wait a minute, you can export it as geo, and then can you use that for a 3D print?
It's going to be like the geo is going to be like this. Like, you see how thin this is? All of this will be geo.
Yeah, okay. So that's unusable. I wonder if it could be inflated.
It's going to be like
It'll lose.
It won't be double sided.
Yeah. Okay.
Or no, it will be double sided, but it's gonna be like long strips, like very long. Think eyelash strips, but a gazillion of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Maybe in another video I can show how you can use these guides and make it geo. Version 4, I need to see, there's a setting in version 4 to only affect the highlighted curve, which usually is in the brush settings, but it's not here anymore, so I gotta find where that's at.
Here, check it out.
Nice.
All right, so Bradley has been working on this room. It's looking good. I've been working on my sword. It's coming along. So I think this has been a nice, productive stream. We got a lot done. I got to see how to use Ornatrix for the first time ever. I've played with XGen very, very little, and it's nice to see some of the differences between the two applications. That one day I will spend the $600 for, but not today.
Not today.
Not today.
So it looks like so our plan is that we're gonna shoot more videos like this.
Yeah.
We will try out, if you're watching this, in our Discord, we might do a special Discord room where you can talk to us. There won't be any screens. You'll be able to see what we're doing. But you won't, like, it won't be like we're looking at your screen unless there's something that we bring up that we want to do. But like, it's just so you can talk with us as we work and ask us questions. And if we don't like what you say, we just edit it out.
Cut you right on out.
Yeah, just cut you out. And put AI voices over it. We're just like, Mike's the greatest. Mike's the greatest. But cool. Well, and you know what? Maybe in our next one we'll add what's good back. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. We're definitely gonna bring back what's good. We're gonna start having some of this stuff that we had from our original format, which was we'll bring on guests from time to time. We'll have, we we could go back to working on projects at some point. I think we got a pretty full plate for now for the two of us. But if we want to have the Super Friends back on and maybe have them have some stuff that they kind of work on as they join us, or Ian, or Raphael, our friends.
And Mike's gonna love this live recording quality on YouTube. It's gonna be like fully HD.
It's gonna be great. You can see all the wrinkles now, all the stuff that you couldn't see before.
Bradley, we can't stream. I ain't got a haircut, dog. I ain't got a haircut.
I know, exactly. So fun little tidbit for the first one. I was rushing to get the hair tightened up and didn't have time to throw in the just for men shoe polish.
Hey, no.
So
No. I think you're getting ready for Fantastic Four.
yeah, totally. I'm doing my Mr. Fantastic. Yo, I saw that Amazon has a sale on the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and I was like,
aren't there like the first like V1? Is that like V1 of those?
it's probably Gen 1.
Yeah, my wife had someone that wore those to work, and they could not. And
What were their what they think about it?
no, it doesn't matter. You can't wear those to work.
Oh wait, they got a government job?
No. Well, no. Like in her job, it's you cannot wear those to work. It's not for what she
Okay.
does. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can record conversations. You can imagine what that looks like. Like, nah, you can't wear those.
I mean, so I'm torn because I was telling you I have the Quest 3, and I'm really enjoying the games, but I got to tell you, not a fan of the Zuck lately. So I don't want.
Do you want more VR or AR? You want more VR?
I want more AR for my actual glasses.
Did you ever see the big picture glasses?
Yeah, that's still I did.
The nice, like the light ones.
Very
like,
nice form factor, yeah. And you 3D print your own little headset thing to your phone, or you give them the specs and they print it.
Yeah, you give them the specs and they print. Like I almost pulled the trigger on Gen 2 of those.
Yeah, I saw that they just announced Gen 2 not that long ago.
What the big picture beyond, right?
Yeah, I think it's just because big picture is Steam, right? Is big picture Steam, or is big picture what they call?
I could be saying it wrong, but I'm about to double check.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. Those
big
real
screen,
big
screen.
Yeah.
VR and a big screen beyond too. Yeah, like I don't know, dog.
I mean, they're sexy. What do they run? Like $600-$700?
These run all the monies. Like,
yeah. Okay, 1,000's not bad, but you can game on those.
You can game on them.
You watch movies on them. They got a very small form factor, which is nice.
Super light, right?
Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that!
From what I understand, they're very comfortable, and look at that resolution per eye. That shit's crazy.
I know, right?
That's crazy.
What I don't like is this. But
90 hertz.
But if you're used to like 60, like it's better having 60, so.
Oh, that's why I didn't get You have to go back to the trackers.
But you don't have to. Haven't you seen people? You don't need, like, if you want extra precision. No, you don't need the trackers.
Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah, dude,
they're finally about to show the Steam. What's that code name that they have for their glasses that have been we've been waiting for them for like 3 years? Not Denali, some weird name.
Like Steam has.
Steam has they have their next version of the
Index VR.
Index, yeah. Their new joint is supposed to be coming out soon.
Yeah, but their stuff is like their whatever they make is gonna be like you need to go to battle. Like they give you
No. The next thing that they're coming out with that replaces this is going to be a all-in-one headset like the Quest. But it's going to have features that people really like. Like, you know, remember how people really love the hand tracker, the hand controllers? It's going to be like that.
Isn't this new? This is new.
It's newish. I was looking at that before I got my Quest. That came out probably fall last year.
Yeah,
It's reasonable.
yeah.
It's reasonable.
So, but think about it. This is 1,000. Look at the size. Is the big picture more for like VR, AR stuff versus just like I've only the big screen. I've only seen people use the big picture for sim racing.
Yeah, I haven't seen people talking about AR for big picture. I've seen them doing a lot of VR stuff with big picture. So I don't know.
For the price, like what's the like
Deckard.
what's the-
Deckard. Look up Deckard. That's what it is.
You know what the screen
Yeah.
resolution is for these?
No, it's all right. It's pretty good. It's not 5,000 per eye. That's for damn sure.
Oh no, this is 1440 by
Yeah.
1600. Yeah.
But the refresh rate is better.
The refresh rate is way
Yeah,
better.
refresh rate is much better.
What's the other one?
It goes up to 120 actually.
Yeah, it goes to 120. I saw
Yeah.
120, 144.
Yeah, 144 actually. Yeah. Yep. So that's nice. I was looking at that. I didn't get that because I think the Quest was doing more for less.
What's the other one you said?
Oh, Steam Deckard.
Steam Deckard.
Yeah.
Decker?
I think it's called Deckard. That's the code name, I think. Is that what it is? Deckard? Am I wrong about that? No? I thought that was what it was called. Or Deckard? I thought it was Deckard. Whatever.
Deckard.
No, it's not. Yeah, Deckard VR. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Valve. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Valve's one. This is the code name for theirs.
Yeah. That's supposed to be the next, like, that's the Quest killer. But it's been coming out for like 3 years. So I don't know.
Oh, so this has been like forever.
Yeah. Oh, they have it's potential price.
Yeah, we can't.
I have a feeling when they finally drop it, because I keep hearing grumblings that it's coming out sometime this year. But I have a feeling that when that finally comes out, we'll finally get Half-Life 3.
Man,
We'll see.
there's no pressure on the market for Valve to release anything because of, I always say because of the Steam store, they just like print money. Like
Yeah.
wait, hold on. They just made a mill just right there.
Just made a milli. Yeah.
Um,
But I did see Gabe Newell is Steam, right? I did see that the new Steam Deck 2 is going to be coming soon. I guess they have to, the way that all these rogue allies and everybody are coming out with stuff.
I would say once they start releasing I hear the Xbox new handheld OS that's in the Ally Xbox it's better than having straight Windows, but everybody else will probably make better hardware than what Steam would do. I would just do what they're doing, is license Steam OS out, because like they're not going to release hardware as frequently as Asus, MSI, and all the rest of them. Like Asus has released 2 handhelds in the same window that the Steam Deck was. So I would not buy Asus. If you want Steam OS, get like it on one of those handhelds. I would not buy their hardware. Like it's like.
I think that Steam Deck was revolutionary for what it was and when it came out.
It launched everything.
That was crazy. But then people got a hold of the secret sauce, and they were like, this one has. Now this is an OLED 4K screen, and this has this, and this has that.
Yeah, but the
crazy.
manufacturers are treating it like laptops. Like they're releasing a new one every. That's why you can't that's why I wouldn't buy one. Like the laptop manufacturers, they're not treating it like I'm sure Valve was hoping that they would treat it like a console generation, But nah, they're treating it like, oh, it's a new laptop every
Yep. Yep. It's crazy.
every year, new laptop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So,
all right, man, I'm gonna go sit down and get something to eat, and then till next time.
oh, then you got your. Well, you got your. Oh, do you have time to play Stellar Blade before you got to get into the one-on-one?
If I eat really fast, yes.
All right, I'm gonna go walk the dog.
See you videos.
Dude. Not for nothing, man. My clothes are fitting better.
Dude, you look good, dog. You look good.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. I looked at a
picture.
picture.
Like before?
No, I'm not showing that.
No.
Yo,
And
my
you was
wife
smiling
showed.
happy at everybody, dog. You just hey.
Exactly. Yo, I didn't. So I was looking at pictures of December 2024, and I was like, I don't really see a big deal. Like even when you guys came to visit, I was like, all right, well, I mean, something. But yo, my wife showed me a picture from December 2023. Chonkers. Like crazy.
Here's why I'm upset with you. This is why I'm always upset that you never listen to me, right?
I know you told me to do this. I needed a dog to do this.
I know, but I always told you, dog, all you gotta do is just walk.
I told my wife. I said you were the first one. You got the credit.
If you just walk, but no, like just like always, you need to tag someone along with you.
That's the thing. So there's no, I'll do it tomorrow with a dog. Like 3 times a day, starting at 7:30 in the morning. We out there, son. Like we walk. I got 5,000 steps this morning before 8 o'clock.
Dude, that's one thing I do know. You don't like mess, and you don't want no mess in your house. And most of all, you don't want to clean mess. So
You damn straight.
you gonna walk.
Our spot is just nice enough that I don't want to have urine on the floor. So,
A save your life.
yeah, no doubt.
Like,
That's facts.
Dude,
That's
when it
fact.
gets a little older, you're gonna get a little jogging. You go get a little jogging.
I'm just thinking, if I keep this rate up, we might be able to go on a honeymoon before the end of the year and take pictures.
Man,
Could you imagine?
No,
Could you imagine?
You took fat pictures for a long time, so it's okay.
Not no daggone swimsuit. Those were hoodie pictures, player.
You know, no, you gonna dad body. You gonna wear a white tee. It's okay.
Hey, it's the difference between having a dad body and being ashamed to go into a pool without a t-shirt on. I want to be there. I'd like to be there again.
So for everyone, just walk. If you always you'll be amazing how you're gonna feel. Just go walk. Just walk.
So not for nothing. My daughter runs at least about a good 5-6 miles, if not every day, like every other day. She's for real with it. And then when she's not running, she's riding a bike, ridiculous amounts of miles, right? So, but she was talking to me. She was like, "Yeah, Dad, just walking, you'll lose more weight walking than doing any other stuff. Just keep walking."
Just walk.
Yeah. Anyway, my fitness journey.
Get your walking ass out of here.
Yeah, it's about that time. I got to take him out now. All right, brother.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll see you guys later.